on the line right now, we have our good friend from, is it New Jersey? You're from, yeah?
That's right, Jersey, America. You know what I mean? East Orange.
Awesome, man. So we have Cocareef on here. How are you doing, my friend? You good?
What's good, everybody? Shout out to Hip Hop Heads right here. What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Awesome, man. Do you know how you got in touch with the Hip Hop Heads? Do you know Butcher pretty well, the guy that runs the website and stuff?
Well, I was just dealing with Hip Hop Heads from pretty much from the beginning from my beginning was about 2 years ago, 2 and some change. You know, I've been seeing them doing blogs and everything like that. And they, you know, I seen them get a little affiliated with Insomniac, you guys been working with too. And what I like about you guys is that you work with other people too, you know?
Yeah. There's a constant thing. It's a great thing. I just joined, I think it was like 2 months ago or something. I just joined and I've started doing the podcast and the interviews and stuff. So we're branching out and doing a lot more things.
Hip Hop Heads, they've been supporting the brand for a minute.
Yeah.
They've been supporting the brand for a minute. And all the distro artists too that's coming off the label right there too.
Definitely, man. And again, Cocareef Records. We'll talk about that in a little while, man. We'll get into that stuff. So I wanted to ask, I'd like to start these things with a little bit of a philosophical question, a little bit of a background and stuff like that as well. So what comes to mind when I ask you about your first childhood memory?
My first childhood memory?
Yeah.
Actually, it was like those, you know, we used to have these Sony radios back in the days. Yeah. And those Sony radios where you pop a little cassette inside here. And I remember that's how I really made my first album. I put a cassette tape inside here, and me and my brothers, we were on a drum with we didn't have no drum set. We just had the buckets. We had the buckets and whatever we was making noise on the side, and I pressed record on that, and then we just start making our music. And then next thing you know, we popped the tape out, and then we got our own little record.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, that was my first recording studio.
So do you remember your first experience of listening to hip hop music then as well?
Huh?
Do you remember your first experience of hearing hip hop music?
Yeah, my first experience was really with it's actually dedicated on the back of my album. It's dedicated to my uncle Antonio. He's go by Toño. That's what we call him in Spanish or so. And hearing and just hearing the music, he was break dancing too, because he was a break dancer. So I really got to get the hip hop feel from all elements. You know, I didn't really just know that hip hop was just rapping or so like that. I knew there was a whole world of it. So when it came to the graffiti and it came to the break dancing and the DJ and the MC, and that's exactly the fundamentals that I was built up on. And really the one track that sticks out in my mind, I think it was 85 it came out, or 87. Really, it might have got leaked out earlier, but no. It really was Lottie Dottie. It was Lottie Dottie with Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. And then that's when I really started really liking Slick Rick really more for his Great Adventures albums. And the Mona Lisa, you know, I sing it from beginning to end, you know what I'm saying? I love the way he took that sample right there, you know, the Walking Away sample. And just the way that he was able to take his whole creative mind and actually just write it with the storyline and also the different characters that he plays.
Yeah.
You know, and I get to hear his voice was switching back and forth. So that was a big influence for me, was really Slick Rick. Mm-hmm. And after that, I know you didn't ask me who was my influences, but it was really
good. Keep going. It's fine.
Slick Rick, and Ghostface Killer, really, and Rakim, and of course the Nas, and so to build the foundations. But I really love the characters in an artist. Mm-hmm. And like Ghostface Killer, the way he does this whole stuff right there. So
it's amazing, man. It's amazing. And you talked about your first foray into recording on like your little boombox thing. So who were you working with at that time? Were you working with like just sort of close friends and stuff, or did you have like a group that you specifically worked with, or like what happened?
Well, when I was first started with the music, when I first started the music, now everything was just basically me and my family, my two brothers, you know, and then but really, I was doing more studying with the music of doing the art, of studying the art of the music, studying like the sounds and actually the lyrics, and then started teaching my brothers and them how to really rap. and how to break down bars, and started teaching them how the delivery was different from the flow. You know what I'm saying? And just really breaking down the aspects. Like shout out to Rap Seminar too. Rap Seminar, they do a lot of this breaking down with the artists and everything like that. That's my boys out there. But really, I was doing that behind the scenes, and then to get in front and just rapping and doing anything like that, my brother was doing that more. And I would rap too, but I would be more behind the scenes. It's more like towards the West Side Gun behind the scenes, and then getting up front when there's no really there's not somebody right there, then you just actually being a template for it. So the beginning stages was actually putting everything together, and then when it came to making beats, I really didn't make the beat myself. I was more with the arranger of getting the guy that make the beats and know what sounds right, and then that was it right there. That's what we'd be using.
You could hear some of the influence as well in your album of like really taking time to like understand everything that you're doing. You tell with a lot of the horror sounds that you've picked as well. Like I'm not a horror connoisseur, but will there be a lot of like stuff that people would recognize from like films that I didn't recognize?
Yeah, I believe that one right there. When Pots Lawrence put that track right there together, he likes to do it an unorthodox style. You know what I'm saying? I believe the Marley Corleone one, I think there's an Alfred Hitchcock sample on there that everybody pretty much knows from the door when it first comes on. They're like, oh, that's that Alfred Hitchcock movie right there too. And I love the way he breaks down the South. Like I told you, every beat is made by Pots Lawrence. Yeah. And he did it off the Fruity Loops. So the name of the album is Fruit Loop Killer, which is it has some other meanings to it too. But one of the main points was that every beat was done off of Fruity Loops right there. And he gave me all the beats. Now I produce every track myself. So I go in the studio, I arrange it, I get everything set, you know what I'm saying? Vocals and all that stuff. I put everything together. I produce every track. And that's my partner. He sent me every damn beat himself, And so it's really me, Pots Lawrence, every track Pots Lawrence, and then a couple of features are Ambitious.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Now let's discuss one of my favorite tracks on there. OG Black, again, a particular like horror villain. And you said, could you give us a little bit of a background, like where that comes from, the OG Black character?
The OG Black is a new style of promoting to me. Since I'm since I have a record label that's doing distribution for other artists, that's different from the artists that I'm actually pushing under my own label myself. So I have my own artists that I'm actually pushing out. And then if someone wants to come really distribute their album through my label, I'll do that. I'll distribute their album too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have an artist named Marley Corleone that's coming out next year or at the end of this year. So instead of you finding out about Marley Corleone with just a feature, so I named the whole track Marley Corleone, put the face of it on there, Marley Corleone, and it was featuring Marley Corleone. The second guy that I got coming out is called OG Black. That is an artist.
All right, okay, right.
So I put the track name OG Black. When you look at the single cover, it's OG Black on there.
Right.
Now, he's not even featured on the track. It's just me and Ambitious talking about somebody you don't want to be messing with.
Yeah.
No type of style like this. You don't want to mess with this guy. You don't want to mess with the OG Blackness. You get what I'm saying? So that's promoting from the door right there. So before these guys even come out, they already know Marley Corleone, OG Black. Oh yeah, that's the 2 tracks off of the Fruit Loop Killer. Yeah, oh damn, that's 2 artists too. So they put things together like that. So that's a new way of promoting that I was trying.
Mm-hmm. I love that, man. That's a great idea, man. Definitely. I mean, I obviously didn't catch it, but I'm hoping other people do.
No, that's fine. But I actually put the artist in front in the single cover, so hopefully they'll catch that right there too, because that's the actual artist right there.
All right, yeah. See, I just heard the single. I didn't see the full presentation of the whole thing. So again, just a horrifying beginning as well. It was like kids singing in like a horrific way, just absolutely fucking.
That's my stepdaughter right there. That's Ambitious. Her first name is Amaya Whitehall. Yeah. Right. And she go by Ambitious.
Amazing, man. Amazing. Incredible. So what's the hip hop scene like in Jersey at the moment, man? How's it over there?
Hip hop scene, man, in Jersey? Yeah, it's really out here. I would say it's more in control of, like, we're not really trying to compete with the radio scene and who's in the commercial world. And it's not just an underground world. It's really just people doing their own music thing and so like that. Like you got Passport Rav, you know, he's doing a lot of things right there with his partner. They just came out with the Foreigners too. You got Micah Wright too. You got Micah Wright in Jersey City. You know what I'm saying? He's doing something, I think what they call Piss Bowl or something like that. You got another crew out there that's doing some stuff right there. Daniel's son, he comes all the way from the Rochester, New Rochester area. He be coming down to the Jersey scene with Crime Apple. You know, Crime Apple's out here. He doing his thing too. Like I said, oh, matter of fact, you got the number one guy that's killing in the underground too, Ransom. You got Ransom from Jersey City. He's out there doing his thing with Nicholas Craven. I think that is Nicholas Craven. He's doing some stuff with too a lot. It's a lot of people doing some stuff in Jersey on their own note. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we loving it. We loving it right now.
So let's discuss the label as well. When did you start off the label?
Well, the label was started when I came out with my first album, which is Cocareef. It's that Cocareef. I did it under Cocareef Records. Then after I dropped 3 more single albums with a lot of features from trying to showcase a lot of underground artists and so.
Yeah.
Then I started my distribution label when I wanted to help other artists that wasn't able to get to the vinyl, you know. Yeah. So they probably was trying to get to other labels and saying, yo, check out my music, and other labels want to just really pop. They really want to work with somebody that got a big fan base already, somebody that's popping. So I wanted to open the door for the people that wanted to start their fan base, you know what I'm saying, and get your movement from scratch. So I opened up the doors for all the new people like that. And even if you're not new or you just pretty much can't get your music out there like that, you know, we've got an open door over here for you, for more people to hear it. So that's why I was able, like during the COVID-19, I think I dropped over 70 releases just that year alone.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Here's a little extra question here. Name 3 things that you can't live without when you're in the studio. Fun question for you, man.
I can't live without shit. Of course, everybody's gonna think it's the trees and the liquor too. You know, that's one. I really can't. I really feel naked without my engineer. There's a certain engineer I need. I need Logic, which is that's his name, Logic. He's his studio is on Black House Recording. That means if I go to another studio, I need Logic with me.
Oh, you bring him in?
Yeah, I want him to come with me. He'll come with me. I don't really work with too many different engineers like that. Actually, don't. You know what I'm saying? My laptop. I gotta have the laptop because there's a lot of spontaneous things that I do in the studio right then and there that I ain't got time to go like, oh, stuff. Let me go back to if I had it over there, if I had this, no, I gotta have the laptop right then and there because I create right then and there too. So, you know, I'm always searching for some new things that we could just put. And the third thing is the little bundle, which is my trees and my liquor. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have my trees and my liquor. And I gotta be right there. Because sometimes I gotta do my David Bannon-ish, you know, I gotta turn it to something else real quick. Boom, 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 go inside here. The ad-libs gotta come out. All that shit is just.
What's your liquor of choice, Cocareef?
My liquor of choice, really, I don't know if it's here. No. I don't know, but anyway, I got a little one over here. I like Johnny Walker. I like the Johnny Walker Double Black.
Yep.
But I'm a switch hitter. I do get light. I could get my Patron too.
Nice.
So I do drink dark and light. You know what I'm saying? So Johnny Walker Double Black, whiskey, and if I'm doing light, I'm gonna do the tequila.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. So another fun little question. What's your proudest moment to date so far as an artist?
The proudest moment today so far, other than my children and my wife, I would say allowing the world to hear all these new artists that I'm able to release. This is really my proud moment when I have the artists themselves appreciate it and they always tell me, yo, thank you very much and all that stuff. I take that very humbly. You know, I usually put a hashtag back and say humbly, thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I do what I do, just to see if someone appreciate it and they hit me back with it, and they keep the door open for the next man. Meaning that's good energy for me. I want to do it for somebody else again. You know, I don't like when people don't reciprocate the love I give out, then I don't want to do it no more. You know what I mean? So the greatest thing for me right now is that the world is really getting to hear somebody that they wasn't able to hear because someone else said, nah, I ain't putting out your music. Well, I'll put your music out, partner. I'll put your music out, let the world hear it. You know what I'm saying? And if they like it, they don't like it, but you're going to have the opportunity to be on a platform where people are going to take you more seriously because they see you backed by somebody else. You know? You can always put it out yourself too and everything like that, but it's always good when you got somebody backing you. Like I could have did my own interview, but no, I want hip hop heads right there. You know what I'm saying? Showcase me and everything like that too, because that's their lane. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? And you always got to help the next man out in their own world. And just want to thank you again, hip hop heads, for this right here too, for this opportunity to speak to the world.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Well, again, we're reaching pretty much the end here of the interview. Could you give us a last few words on the album and when it's out, my man?
All right, the album, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to this before it comes out, it's gonna be August 6th. You know, it's a Friday. It's the Fruit Loop Killer album. It's my solo joint right there. I'm featuring Ambitious on 4 tracks. You know, I got Marley Corleone right there. The whole album is done off of everything's done off of Potts Lawrence. All his beats are Fruity Loops, and I'm shooting Toucan Sam in the head on the cover. And pretty much it's a boom bap album. Every track is boom bap. Even the slow song in there is boom bap right there too. So I just want you guys to appreciate this album because I want the world to see what we're doing too. You know what I mean? Have a good taste of all the different flavors we got.
Again, just to add to that as well, there's some nice soundscapes in there. Some of the horror sound samples are really good. Sometimes a bit jarring, but really interesting to listen to. So if anybody wants to check it out, August 6th, it'll be on Hip Hop Heads as well. It'll be on everywhere as well, so you can get on Spotify.
No, you go over there to you go at and IG, you go at Cocareef. That's COCAREEF. And my website is real simple. It's www.cocareef.com. That's cocareef.com. And the Bandcamp is cocareef.com too. So that's it, man. It's just Cocareef Records. Hit me up. Support the artists. I want to say thank you to all the artists in the world that's messing with me right now. And I love you all, every one of y'all, all the producers, all the writers, and all the bloggers, because you guys are important too for letting everybody else be known. Right there, and that's why I put that little segment inside the album too for you guys right there, for the bloggers.